Welcome back to Cheap Power Farms YouTube channel. Today we're upgrading the CRF300F. Put some new Renthal bars on it and Acerbis handguards. Stick around, check it out. Parts for the install today. These are the bars decided to go with. Kind of changing up colors a little bit, get away from the red a little bit. These are the Renthal 604 bars, FatBar. So these are similar bend from like an 04 to 18 CRF. To accommodate these, using these Tusk big bar kit. So that'll take your normal bar clamps from 7/8 to support the 1.1 on the FatBar. The Tusk bar big bar clamp kit also gives you about a 3/4 inch bar height raise. So when you're picking your bars out, just keep that in mind for what you're actually looking for height. That's how I ended up on the 604 bars. I got a pair of grips, some grip glue if we can't reuse the stock grips, and these Acerbis handguards. Went with white and blue on these guys too. So we'll throw these on the bike. All the parts here. The links will be listed below. Alright, to get started on this, you're going to need 8mm for your handles, your levers rather. Phillips pick for these screws. And the actual clamp is a 12mm. So we'll get started breaking down the bars. Alright, for this grip, I'm hoping to save it because it's pretty much a brand new grip. Sometimes air will work on these, so give it a shot. That's it. Shove a little air in there. Get them right off. You take your kill switch off. This has two clamps or two clips to just kind of hold it in place, so it's expected to come apart like this. There's no detent or anything like that, so no shame. That's got to get retarded. For your clutch cable, unlike your brake, it says up on one side. You only have a dot indicating up, and a number 4 that's sideways. I think that's a 4. Yep. But your dot is up. Keep that in mind. So your starter switch does have a little detent in it, right there, which goes to the bar to keep that from moving. So we're gonna have to shave that guy off. And for your starter, your back bolt is quite a bit longer than your front bolt, so don't mix those guys up. All right, so I got the bar bolts broke free. Again, you have a small dot on both of your clamps to indicate which one is on the top, so dot goes on top. Alright, so we've got the top clamp bolts out. My goal is to take the bars off and then slide the throttle off so I don't have to mess with that. Just like that. Alright, so bars next to each other. Obviously the front is the stock Honda and the rear is the Renthal Fatbar. Not like a huge difference in overall bend. Not exactly right, but the Renthal definitely goes a little higher, and then with the big bar clamps will get us another probably close to an inch rise all said and done. Weight wise, Renthals are significantly lighter. So for these Tusk bar clamps, this is what they will look like. So it comes with some screws with bolts with Loctite already on them. So how we're going to orientate these, the clamp will screw in, this other way, to your current triple tree setup. So I'll go like this. And so the bolts for the handlebars will be on the inside of the clamp as opposed to the outside. So there's our holes there. So we'll get those on. Once the bottom part of the universal Tusk clamp is installed, should look something like this. And then our bars will go right on it. Alright, so I just slid the throttle back in and put the clamps on. So we'll get the bars adjusted to about the spot I think they need to be. And we'll get this back together. Alright, so getting on the bike seems about where I want them. It's raining pretty good today, so I probably won't take it out. But when you're adjusting these, see if it focuses in. You have the hatch marks on both sides. As you can see, the finish on these plate kind of gives it a little reflection, makes it a little bit tough but if you cover any light around it, a little bit easier to see and get them matched up where they should be. So I think that's where we will start and go from there. Alright, got the bars all tightened up. I'm going to try to do them evenly to try to keep the space, not really left and right, but front and back about the same. Left side's all squared away. I was able to get the old grip back on without any trouble. I think I like the way it's set up. Probably keep messing with it, but we'll get our ties back on there, and we'll have to cut off the little detent because I'm not going to drill into the bars of the starter switch. Let's just snap that guy off. Either a hot knife or a razor knife, and we'll get that side squared away. So to get that little detent off, all I used was a razor knife. I put it right up against the clamp and just shaved it right down and then smoothed it out. Nice new blade also. Alright, so when you're running your wire for your starter, or rehooking up your starter, mine was too tight. So the cable is plenty long enough. It's the way it was routed from the factory was kind of tough. So what I ended up doing is pulling the number plate, or in my case a light off. Just pulled the wire package out of here and then unplugged it from in here and then re-ran it. So this wire is very long, and you can run it inside here to make it fit a little better so it's not quite so tight. But then just push it all back again. You just have some push pins in here to unplug the cover and the actual harness itself, and then you can reroute it the way you want. And then right now I'll make sure everything's about where I want it, and we'll clean everything up, and I'll start looking at the handguards. Alright, everything's tightened up about where I want it, I think. So that's what it looks like all said and done. Definitely feels nice sitting on the bike. I'm about 6 foot, so these definitely give me a little bit more. Hopefully it'll be more comfortable standing too when I'm riding. But yeah, pretty straightforward. Any questions, don't be afraid to ask, and we'll move on to the handguards. So those are the handguards I intended to put on. The brake side looks like it'll fit well. Something like this. Plenty of room. I think it looks alright. Plenty of room for the brake, about where it would be. But unfortunately, the brake side is not fitting very well. Just dry fitting it up. This brake lever, this brake lever is a bit too big. Or clutch lever, I'm sorry. So probably gonna hold off on these for now. I'll either return these and find a new set, or potentially I was looking at the Hyperlight easy clutch pull there, which is like a little bracket that goes in place of that bracket. That wants ideally to use a different handle, so maybe I'll look into swapping handles then and throwing these on. But let me know what you think of the colors. A little bit different. I think the blue goes pretty well. I was wondering how the white would look with these, but either way, we'll see how that ends up. Either return them or pick up some new ones. So that'll be it for today. Any questions or comments, let me know. And let me know what you think of the color. The blue handles against all the red. And then if you like the white and blue handguards, if I end up going with those. I got some new mods planned for the bike. Probably gear down a tooth in the front. Really considering pipe, airbox, and the tuner to give it a little bit more power. So anyways, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the colors.